What is going on, guys? It is Fortis here. Hope you're having a great day. Welcome to a new Shortcuts episode. The time is 6:36. We're at the end of January now. It is minus 13 degrees Celsius outside. It's pretty cold. But today we're talking about a bunch of things. Specifically, what do you do when someone tells you that in STFC they've spent approximately $20,000? That is absolutely crazy in my opinion. So this happened the other day. A good friend of mine said, they're post level 40 and they spent since 2018 over $20,000 in the game, which is absolutely crazy. That's like maybe over $1,000 a month since 2018. And I can't believe it. Like, we all love STFC, we all love Star Trek Fleet Command, but when you have people who are spending that kind of money in the game and not investing it in, I don't know, like GameStop or something like that, it absolutely perplexes me. Like, no way would I be able to spend that kind of money in game. I just wouldn't. It would just be for other things. So when my friend told me that they'd spent that kind of money in the game, I was disappointed in them, for sure. But I can see the lure of spending that kind of money in the game, especially if you want to be level 40 plus, taking on those level 50s. But just wow, I mean, there's so many people like that now who just spend this kind of money in game, and I think it's absolutely crazy. But anyway, that's just my 10 cents on the subject. Spending that kind of money is daring, to say the least. Okay, so another thing I wanted to talk about was the stepping away of an in-game admiral. We've all experienced this, where leadership, due to real life issues, decides that they need to step away from the game, either for a couple of hours, a couple of days, possibly even weeks. It's certainly something, and it can affect an alliance in a lot of ways, especially when an alliance looks to that leader to kind of lead them into battle, to lead them on real life issues which are going on in game. So when an admiral or even commodores step away from an alliance, it is certainly something which needs to be discussed on a deeper level, for sure. So, as we do get into the weeks of Shortcuts, I'll definitely be discussing that, and definitely how it affects you guys, because it happens to everyone on every server. Admirals and commodores step away from their alliance due to real life issues, and then stuff goes on which is just out of control. I'll just put it out mildly. But it can be absolutely crazy sometimes. So another subject I wanted to discuss was the fact that when battle passes end, what do you do? This is a subject which has happened multiple times now. We've had a few battle passes where the battle pass ends, and then for a week or two, players are like, well, what do I do? Like, do I drop in game? Do I stop doing what I'm doing? Some players just choose not to participate and play STFC when the battle pass isn't taking place. So the fact that we have events like Heroic Overflow, where you're able to still collect battle pass points, by the way, is pretty good. But they need an event between the battle pass where it takes a decent amount of participation, and this is something which I think might be coming in the near future to kind of combat that anxiety when the battle pass eventually ends. So that's something I would like to see in game, and it could be coming pretty soon to a server near you. Okay, so the last subject I wanted to broach upon was, of course, territory capture. What do you do when territory capture comes to a standstill. What happens when you have all the alliances on the server capturing the territories they want, and then a few alliances who do not have the territories they want? Some might say tough luck to all the alliances out there who can't engage diplomatically. But, it's kind of one might call it a bully mentality where, you have to negotiate. And if you don't agree to the bully's terms, well, tough luck in territory capture. This is something which I've kind of talked about in previous videos. But I can safely say now that the developers are actively discussing what to do with territory capture, whether to either introduce a territory interlock system. Obviously, there are pros and cons to this. Or B, just leave the way things are now. Or even C, kind of make a hybrid system where you might see you can bring one extra alliance in to help you with territory capture. So this is something which has been talked about a lot. Discussions with the developers are still ongoing. And I think we could see some results in the next couple of months, because we all know the developers are pretty slow to implement changes. But this is something which I can see happening, changes in the next couple of months. So I'm looking forward to whatever is going on there. All right, guys, this has been Shortcuts. Stay safe. See you all later. Bye, guys.